Hey, what's going on, guys? Dan Darrow here with another Options and Play video update. We have what should be an actually pretty busy week next week in terms of scheduled news. For late August, actually quite a bit of bigger software reports, and that is good in the sense that it's nice to have things on the calendar late in August, but it also has created some ramp into the report patterns, right? So I talked about this a lot this quarter, and it has really been something that we've focused on week after week after week. It's looking ahead 3 to 7 sessions, seeing what's on the calendar, seeing who's reporting, and then seeing what's set up for potential rally ahead of the time, right? Because you're witnessing this play out in all sorts of different names that stocks kind of take off running right into earnings, right? Like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 days into earnings, they just go on a huge tear. They crush it, beat across the board, raise guidance, and they either are flat or they sell off, right? I mean, you've seen it happen a bunch of times. So, instead of banging your head against the wall saying, why aren't these things getting paid when they blow it out? Look at what the market's doing, right? I mean, it's kind of bidding things up ahead of time as people position for the blowout, and then when they blow it out, it's more sell the news, right? So what we're focusing on is the patterns where you could see those rallies into the earnings. And next week, with a lot of software names, kind of the three things that I look for are A, stocks that are basically at or are basically above all near-term moving averages or above most near-term resistance, right? So just three that I'll talk about. Um, so Palo Alto, right? You can see basically at a 52-week high above all moving average and all near-term resistance. Okta, not above, not at its 52-week high, but just got back through all moving average resistance, right? And now has an open path back to or back towards its 52-week high. And then Intuit, another name. So just cleared its all-time high. It's above all moving average resistance, and you can see that today it's starting to extend higher, right? Now, what do those three have in common besides that? It's that they're all in a strong sector, right? So software stocks, definitely in a strong sector, a sector that has continuously made higher highs. I feel like month after month after month. There's a lot of momentum there. So also a lot of interest from traders because the action's been great for a long, long period now, right? So you have three stocks that are above most near-term resistance, definitely above all near-term moving averages, are in a strong sector where there's a lot of momentum and a lot of interest from traders. So that's number two. And then number three is that I'm looking for stocks that or companies that should have solid results. So expectations next week of current earnings, right? So Intuit, this is like one of their big quarters because of the tax deadline being pushed back, right? So the July 15th tax deadline. Okta is coming off several solid quarters of beat and raises, right? So like another name like has a history of beating and raising. And then Palo Alto had a strong beat and raise last quarter. It's actually had a couple beat and raises back to back, or had a beat last quarter, and now looking for a back to back beat and raise. All right, so you basically have three stocks. There are a couple others, but I just wanted to highlight these three stocks above near-term moving average resistance in a strong sector with low momentum, and they are coming off of strong quarters most recently. All right, so those are those are a couple I'm looking at, but more so the thing you want to take away from this video is that that's the type of um, kind of like that's the type of pattern screening I'm looking for when I'm trying to find what's going to be a ramp into the report candidate, right? So it's like a combination of those three things, and then once I find names that fit that bill, then it's 3 to 7 days out ahead of earnings. That's when I'm looking for things to start waking up. All right. So again, I think next week should be pretty busy, so I'm looking forward to it. So if you like this video and you're looking for more information on these ramp into the report style trades or earnings trades, definitely follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options to play. Hope you guys have a great night, stay well, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.